3 of my, what is this, How to Get a Guy Back mini course. As I said before, I'm doing 4 mini courses a week just on all different live platforms because fuck it, let's do it. This one is How to Get a Guy Back. If you're interested in how to make a love last a lifetime, look on Facebook and you can join my Get Him Hooked VIP group. If you want to learn more about social influence, add me on Facebook. That's Harvey Hook. And if you want to learn how to more get a guy attracted to you, go to my Instagram and you can see it on my live story. Now, in this one, I want to talk about how to get a guy back. I have to keep checking my spreadsheet because I'm going to be doing a hell of a lot of these. But I just really want to talk about failure because most of us are really afraid of failing. We're afraid of being rejected. We're afraid of telling our truth and getting rejected. And we're afraid of being spoken and getting hurt. Now, what happens is that when you're, and I find that when I'm working with people one-on-one, they become limitless because when we understand this fear, it opens people up. Because as we said before, and we will always say it, and we will repeat, and we will always repeat, if we numb ourselves to the bad, we also numb ourselves to the good. If we are afraid of failure, then we are also simultaneously becoming afraid of that equivalent possibility of beneficial and love as well. So when I say we got to be open to loss or open to failing or open to those bad feelings, it's not necessarily that we want that or we want to invite that. But instead, what we want to say is that we're okay with it not working. Because then when you go with that, again, notice how I'm not really giving you anything to do. I'm not saying text him on day 4. I'm talking about emotions and mindsets and things like that because that's what works. When you're afraid of failing, you do what you need to do. Because some people want to get their ex back because they're lonely. Some people want to get their ex back because they're not necessarily feeling right. Some people want to get their ex back because they genuinely think it's right. And when you're not afraid of failing, you do what you need to do for your sake. That's the key here. Most people don't get that. When you do what you need to do for your sake, you end up doing the things that are most organic, most natural, and most loving. For example, if you aren't afraid of failure, you might tell someone what you feel. In fact, if you weren't afraid of failure, you might have spoken up a bit sooner. And when you speak up a bit sooner, you probably didn't break up in the first place. When we are afraid of losing our partner, we stifle ourselves. It's so fascinating. In business, people won't be afraid. In sports, people won't be afraid. In their what else happens? In social lives, sometimes people aren't afraid. When it comes to their most romantic lives, then people get really fucked up. They become more afraid because they are less, how do I say this? It's like they are afraid of losing that good feeling from that someone. But we always say you don't get in a relationship to be happy. You get in the relationship because you're happy. So when you are on your own path, you become less afraid because there is nothing that can possibly go wrong because you're already looking after yourself. But when you're afraid of failing, you stop your flow of actions. My theme of my week, and I hope this is the theme of your week, is to be more open. Because when you be more open, you could potentially try new things. You will open up to new ideas, new feelings, new sensations. And when you're open to failure, when you're okay with it, and I want to talk about a really cool way that transforms things really quickly as well. When you're okay, what did I hit? Oh, I broke something. When you're okay with potentially failing, you become a bit more limitless. Now, what I find is really good when I work with people one-on-one, when I have this really awesome shift with people, is that we get them to feel what it's like to have failed. And when you feel what it's like to have failed, oh my God, it becomes easier because you've already lived the worst case scenario. Your mind does not know the difference between things you experience and things you actually do. And things you actually do experience and you think and you watch. So it's important to consume the right media in your mind. And so that's why videos like this are always really good. But thank you so much for watching this. I really want to share for a moment that my 7-day self-love course has officially been released. Celebration! But also simultaneously, I really do want to talk about my course, my online course, my private coaching course. So if you are interested in that, if you're interested in creating a conscious relationship, about completely rewriting a love story and creating a love life on your terms, we made an amazing URL. Go to loveonmyterms.com, and that will link you to learn more about my my coaching program. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you for more tomorrow. Bye-bye.